Welcome to Believe Fitness. If it is your first time here, thank you guys for tuning in and checking out the channel. Today we're going to be talking about fat loss, how to lose weight, how to do it by using small wins and small goals. Typically what will happen is, you step on the scale, you notice you gained like 40 to 50 pounds over the holidays and over a couple of years, kind of let yourself go, and then you have to take immediate action to lose weight. When that happens, you want to get that 50 pounds off as fast as possible. What ends up happening to you is that you want to lose that 50 pounds, but you don't really have a game plan. You just start doing things, working out, eating healthy, but at the end of the day, you only see a couple of pounds, and it makes you feel like it's going to be impossible to get back to where you were. I've been there. I've not set any goals. I've not set anything in place. Trying to get after it, I'll lose 10, 15 pounds. And then it's like, it's taking forever. And you lose that willpower. You lose that hope. And then you have a cheat day. And you have another cheat day. And then you just fall off a little bit. And then you go back and you spend a long time playing this yo-yo game, which is completely a waste of your time. What you can start doing is implementing a system for every day and every week to hit small goals. When you hit small goals on a daily basis, your brain builds up its own system and its own willpower for success to make you think and realize that you're doing a lot more than you think you're doing on a consistent daily basis. Now, I know how the world has been working. Everyone's crazy busy. There's not enough time in the day to do everything. But if you really want to get the results you want, you need to put time and investing it into yourself. Think of yourself as a stock or as a long-term investment to get you back to where you want to go and be the healthiest version of yourself. If that is not worthwhile to you, then maybe weight loss isn't going to be for you, because this takes time, this takes effort, and this takes willpower. But these small steps will build up that confidence again, and these small steps will actually help you once again increase the willingness and the wantingness and the motivation to keep on going strong consistently. So the first thing that you need to do for weight loss is know how many calories that you need, how many proteins you need, how much carbs you need, how much fat you need, and how much water. From there, all you do is get a fitness tracker and put it all in there. After you know the exact goals you need to actually lose your 1 to 2 pounds every single week, you go into your fitness tracker and you log your food every single day. Do not miss one day. Because the first thing is consistency. If you plan out when you're working out, what you're eating, and tracking it on a daily basis, and you can see that you're winning, and you get to check it off, and we'll get to that next thing. You can start to program your brain to see that I'm doing things every single day for my weight loss, and then it becomes more attainable and becomes more realistic that you're going to hit your end goal. As soon as you accomplish that first goal and you know exactly what you're going to be doing on a daily basis, you're going to go and get one of these. This one is completely up to you. You can decide whatever one you want. Either you can get paper or a book. And you're going to make a little checklist. You can put squares, circles, whatever you want beside, and then you're going to have your to-do list on what to do every day. For example, train chest, walk dog, 30 minutes of cardio, log my food, get 8,000 steps, 3.5 liters of water, take my supplements, stretch, massage gun. Now the cool thing about this is when you're checking all your wins off that you're doing every single day, at a certain point you can see that you're going to actually have a lot more time, because what you think of here is really distracting and it actually consumes a lot of your time. When you put your thoughts to paper, you can see how much you can actually utilize, optimize, and you'll be able to start making even more things to accomplish, which means you'll be getting closer to your fitness goal. At the beginning of this, I had 4 things: work out, eat my proteins, do my cardio, and sleep. Now, I have more subsection and categories that I can keep on hitting on a consistent basis, which technically means you're building more confidence, more willpower, and more success on a daily basis. Now, if you're just starting working out and starting this whole fitness journey thing, I would advise you to start with your goals being very small. You don't need to start off with an hour to hour and a half of working out. Just start off with 15 minutes and do that for a couple of weeks. And then after you get those 15 minutes to 20 minutes in, then bump it up to 5 to 10 minutes. All of a sudden you're going to realize that your priorities are going to shift, and there's going to be certain things you've been doing in your life that are not as important as the things you want, like working out. Working out is great for your dopamine. Maybe you're playing too many video games, watching too many things on YouTube or Instagram, and wasting your time on Netflix. And I promise you, as soon as you start making these decisions and changing and pivoting how you are living your life on a daily basis, you're going to get the natural dopamine from training. You're going to get the natural euphoria and feel good because you're doing something for yourself. The thing I will tell you though is, do not be a perfectionist. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to have hiccups, and that's okay. That's the process. This is the whole feeling out process of weight loss, of exercise. Some days you'll maybe train too hard. Some days you'll maybe not train enough. And you'll be able to dictate that by doing things like journaling. So journaling is a very effective way to track how you're feeling and what you're doing on a daily basis. For me personally, I don't do journaling. Task management with the checklists is more than effective for me. It gets the job done, and I can see exactly what I'm accomplishing and what I'm not accomplishing on a daily to weekly basis by just doing that consistently. With everything that we just talked about, the last and most important thing you need to do is reflection every single night. The reason that we need to do reflection is because that's how we track our progress, and that's how we actually get to track what's doing its job and what's not doing its job, what's working and what's not working. If you can see that every day you've weighed 255, you haven't changed any weight, and the calories are where they are. You might have to lower your calories a bit. You might even have to have something called a refeed day, where you go over your calories, you hit 3,500 calories, and then you reset again. It all depends on what you're doing and what you're not doing on a daily basis. Reflection basically is the master tool of all the tools that really you compile everything and then address it, and assess it, and then move forward. This is exactly what I've been doing since the beginning of the year. I was literally 299. I'm sitting at 269. I haven't weighed myself today, but I'm sitting at 269, and it's worked amazing because at the beginning of the year, I tried to do the big goal. And when I realized it wasn't working, I had to figure something else out different. If this video was helpful to you, I'd like to thank you for watching it. Let's subscribe to support the channel. That would be amazing. Thank you for watching. Believe Fitness, out.